Good. Check, check. Okay, sound works. Hello, lads and ladies. My name is James. I'm a god of Barista, and welcome to my new stream video. Whenever you're watching this, for I hope that you're going to have fun. I am so sad that I couldn't stream for 2 days. It was a little bit exhausting, but also friends are important. And sometimes you just need to spend time with your IRL friends. That's just a thing, man. That's just a thing, man. Well, it's true.
Good morning.
Morning, Triceratops. How are you doing?
Hey, Aya.
Hello, Fabio. How's it going?
I'm fine.
Johnny arrived, pulled a knife upon the
Hi,
keeper
Fabio.
of the inn.
Hi, Extraceratops. I'm good. My literature exam was absolutely beautiful. Best exam of my life.
Is it all supposed to be, or am I just overthinking something? Oh, that's so much money. What the hell? What am I supposed to do with that money?
Suo, the exam was easy. No, actually everyone else hated it. And they hated that it was 2 hours.
Come on, die.
The poems were great too.
Poems.
It was immaculate.
Poems. If you wanna peel my skin, get in line. 'Cause all I see is a bitch behind these eyes. Johnny Rye pulled a knife upon the keeper of the inn. So I count 5 until then put the money in. Johnny Rye pulled a knife until. But yet the only or the last refuse.
I missed last stream. Why are we fighting flesh demons?
I have many questions as well. I just know that this is basically the last part of the game.
Who does T fight flesh demons?
Yeah, other people call that masturbating.
Yeet.
Sorry, I couldn't help that, but make this that dumb comment. That dumb comment was just too perfect.
LMAO. I didn't think about that. But that's a good one. gonna start referring to it as that.
No, please don't.
What? Drapo is ruining the generation. My friends are gonna hate me.
Passenger token IMO. A token carried by Solarian used for identification, and as a voyage log, can be recycled at the 3D printer. Today is my 25th day on New Kunlun. Are you all doing well, my masters? With all the rumors and the conspiracies flying around, I believe it's my responsibility as a streamer and one of the chosen to leave the world to see the truth. I hope everything will get better once we wake up from the hibernation. I will continue to keep you all on my thoughts and dreams. Ah, I remember where we have to go.
I have a geography exam tomorrow.
Actually have to go that way. Like, I actually have to go out. But I have to go back to the... Okay, here's a little rundown on what happened last time. Last time, we basically went into the area where the last soul is. And in that area, we got... Why is that close all of a sudden? Oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. We probably will die 5 times in a row. And while we were there, we got the message that the pavilion was attacked. You know, the place where Xuan is. And I don't like it if when Xuan's getting attacked. Xuan doesn't deserve to get attacked. Xuan deserves a life of happiness and peace, where he can study all the things that he's so interested in. Because Xuan is the best.
Xuan.
Also one of the characters in the Iron Fist comic series. Like I already mentioned. Now I said that before when I was playing before with you, but the Iron Fist in Marvel Rivals is a different Iron Fist than what most people know. And the Iron Fist in Marvel Rivals is from a Chinese only, like China only comic book series. That started out as Legend of a Mystical Sword or something. And it's about a guy who basically found a mystical sword, and at some point that mystical sword breaks apart, and pieces of that sword are burying themselves into this guy's hands. And then he basically becomes chosen by the guy who creates the Iron Fist in quotation marks. So he literally had iron fists.
Oh.
Because he has fists that have metal parts buried inside of them.
From a swordsman to a fister.
I mean, in bed you usually do both. In bed people usually tend to do both, fisting and stabbing, quotation marks. But now there's apparently a guy who's also a girl also called Xuan, but she's called Shuang. And many areas that they mentioned are also things that Kunlun, for example. Kunlun is actually an area that also was mentioned there.
Shuang.
Yeah, with a G.
Fun.
Oh no! No, he was one of my favorite characters.
Everyone is dead, yip.
Now we don't know yet. That's the thing. Like here.
Murder.
Like here, we didn't find his body. So far we didn't find Xuan's body. But they killed Chio. Please don't let me find another body. Oh no. My lord. Welcome back. What happened? Where's Xuan? Why didn't you save Geo? You're back! But people came in and broke Abacus. Aegon brought her god here and wreaked havoc. I'm sorry, there was nothing I could do.
Oh, they are alive, sad.
Why is it sad that Xuan is alive? It's a happy thing. This is all my fault, my lord. The alarms were disabled due to an exploit in the firewall.
I want Quafu.
What's fixed? Most of our facilities are still functioning. However, Aegon took the soul seal in your vital sanctum. I tried all I could to stop her, but she succeeded in the end, and deserved the most severe punishment. I was also stripped of all my permissions. So now she only holds the power of all 10 soul seals. Why would she go through all this trouble? She must also be after the council called, and I can be pretty certain we won't like what she has in mind. I just didn't think she would also be the one behind the mutants. What do you mean? Does she want to destroy New Kunlun? Based on what we know, it's definitely within the realm of possibility. But why would she? I can perform a situational analysis and calculate probable causes. Warning. Analytical system failed. Core processor damage extend 97%. That's not just your language processing module. Your entire core has. Yes. apologies. I will not be of much help anymore. I may be about to shut down permanently. Shut down? What's wrong with Abacus? Can you fix him, ye? Uncle Chubby, we're not going to let Abacus die, right? Core damage is irreparable. No one will be able to fix it. No. This was my fault. Absolutely not, Schwan. My shutdown isn't related to the actions of anyone. The winds of a fortune blow every which way. No one escapes calamity. Not even the world's most powerful computer. You know, I feared that I would never see you again, my lord. However, that cherished wish has finally been fulfilled. You've always been so sentimental, Abacus. Thanks for everything. I've stored your preferred tools and default in a backup database. They can be transformed seamlessly if you acquire a new assistant. Good luck, and may ye. Processing limit exceeded. Permanent shutdown in 3, 2, 1. Abacus! 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 No! This bitch! I'm going to fucking rip her eyes out!
You will be missed, Giant Ball. What extra said?
There's only one thing I know. It isn't remotely similar to praying. You will be missed, Gio. Even if you won't believe that, but I consider you a friend of mine.
BRB, try not to let anything too game-changing happen while I'm gone.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to you soon. I'm just wondering where Schwan is. Where's Schwan? Also, I love how three-dimensional this is. This is animated, you know? Shall we chill for a while, or do you think we should wait for Fabio?
Let's chill, wait for Fabi.
Also, extra Ceratops. I don't know if you're interested in Marvel Rivals. I have a ton of fun with it. I have a ton with the game. And of course, my main is Jeff the Land Shark. I mean, what are you expecting?
Thank you, extra.
Oh, do you want to watch from YouTube now? Shall we continue, or should we wait till you can join into Twitch again?
I like Marvel Rivals, wish I could play it.
Yeah, I hope it kind of I kind of hope it comes out on Twitch on Switch. Cause that's a game that again would make a ton of sense for the Switch. But in the same way Monster Hunter makes sense for the Switch. Because Monster Hunter also made a ton of sense for the other games. For Monster Hunter made a ton of sense for the Nintendo DS too. Because Monster Hunter's strength is basically the co-op part. Even though that was never really the reason why I played it. But that's one of its strengths. And that's one of the reasons why I also like the fact that Fortnite and Overwatch came on the Switch. Because if you have friends, like local friends you can play games with. Especially if you go to school, for example, you usually have those. Then you can just visit them with your Switch. They can play on PC, on PlayStation 5 or whatever. And then you just play all together.
Local friends, never heard of them.
Now for example, I used to play Monster Hunter Tri Ultimate and Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate on DS, while friends of mine played it on the Wii U. And yeah, crossplay was a thing back then. But only in Monster Hunter World and Monster Hunter Rise, crossplay became a thing of the past, which I don't understand. Like, why? That doesn't make any sense. You did that in the you managed to do that in the last games either. I don't want to use any of those. But now I watched a few tutorials for Marvel Rivals. So we will probably play that next Sunday again. Unless more feels more like Monster Hunter. I'm okay with both. I still love Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter is still one of my favorite. Monster Hunter is still one of my most favorite franchises. But Marvel Rivals is currently just so fun. And also the more the actual community dies out.
Okay, I'm back on Twitch. Tutorials, why
Good.
not learn on your mistakes again?
Because there are some things that you just don't try out. For example, I figured out Cloak and Dagger can fly. Just for a short period of time, but they can fly. And that is when you use Cloak's invisibility.
I'm extra.
Invisibility ability. And press the jump button. When you don't jump, You literally fly upwards for as long as this invincibility thing works. And Jeff can do something similar with his ultimate. They're not similar, but... This is the end, isn't it? I feel like we just went on a massive wild goose chase. This is not time to mourn. Was that supposed to fill me with hope? Oh, so the food that I made today was... It was simple, but it was really good. I don't know, Extra, if you saw it on the Discord. But I made some...
Fabio bamboozled us.
Yeah. I will try to be so nice. Yeah. Like, I don't have gyros that often. Also, I don't really know how to make it. That was basically pre-gyros meat. So I just added, so I just looked at a handful of spices that are in it, added some of those extra to it, and...
Hey Dravus, it's been a minute, how are you?
Rat King, how are you doing? I hope you're doing fine. And I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Hi Rat King.
But yeah.
Doing good, working lots for Christmas, got lots of presents to give.
Ah, nice. Yeah, I think if I buy anything for my parents, I'm gonna look, or for my family this year, I'm gonna look at...
Extra.
I'm gonna look how I can send that to them. Cause I still don't really know the address. I know how to get there, technically, in theory. The same thing with the BFF behavior, you know? Or the best friend behavior. Like, guy friends usually don't know each other's address, but we know how to get there.
Okay, I'm back again.
Good. Now we can finally continue. What's that supposed to fill you with hope? Aegon just seized ultimate control of the council commanding the guards to annihilate us will be a piece of cake for her now. And don't get me started on the mutants. It won't be long until the entirety of New Kunlun is crawling with them. Do you really think there'll be any survivors? As long as there's even a single survivor, there's still hope. I really can't share that sentiment, brother. What shall we do next? To be honest, I'm more or less agree with what the other souls have been saying. Even if you overthrow the 9 souls, would it do anything for the future of our people? Are we going to stop the Eternal Cauldron project? And that's not mentioning now how New Kunlun is complete chaos. Do you still remember our original promise? What promise? That we'd both return home in a blaze of glory. Hold on. You're planning on going back to Penglai? I checked the energy levels at the Radiant Pagoda. It should be doable. Indeed, we have been storing energy through the route for centuries. We should theoretically be able to initiate a second space warp. But that's all strictly theoretical. New Kunlun's navigation systems do not have a built-in return procedure. Did you forget who wrote that system in the first place? Also, what we found out is that the virus they tried to cure is making them humanoid in the first place. That's what we found out. Like Aegon, the last soul that wrecked our place.
Imagine being humanoid, cringe.
Basically managed to clone one of the people
So it made them furries.
Without that virus. And it was just a normal cat. But they don't know it's a cat, because they don't... Who the fuck gives a shit if it's furries? It's more interesting when everything is just human. Or elves. No one likes elves. Did you forget who wrote that system in the first place? You got me there. If there's anyone who could get us back home, it'd be you. Trust me.
I like elves.
It'll all be fine once we return. Seriously? In 90% of cases, they're even worse than Hitler.
Fuck elves, all my homies hate those spiky ears freaks. Is that how it's spelled?
What do you mean elves? Well, it's elves, like ELF is how we write in German, but in English it's actually ELVE.
Don't put dirt on my brother's name.
Trust me, it'll all be fine once we return home. How is it that you always find a way to win me over? Better when croaking, but doing this far from home. So what's the plan? We still have some time before the code is revised. I need to get to the root pinnacle to stop Aegon. However, there's something that I can only ask for your help for. Let me guess. Schwan. Yes, help you take care of him. What a hassle. Can't you raise him yourself? Fine. Just stop looking at me with those eyes of yours. Fine, I get it. I'll do it. Thank you. You're giving me goosebumps. You never used to be all kind of caring like this. Just don't lose, okay?
It's on site now, get ready, I will find you in game.
Where are you going, Yi? Remember the people who just broke in? Well, I need to put a stop to their evil plans. But there was this super strong old lady swinging a really long sword. Are you sure you'll be fine on your own? I'll be fine. I've been preparing for this.
Pal, so I wish you luck that you don't rage quit.
I've been preparing for this day for quite some time. After I deal with this, everything will come to an end. You've always liked hearing stories about where the Solarians grew up, right? When I return, I'll take you there so you can see it with your own eyes. Really? You're not lying, right? When have I ever lied to you? I can already imagine your jaw dropping when you see the ocean omping lie. An ocean! You can teach me how to swim so that I can swim all the way to your hometown. You're gonna need a bunch more lungs for that. It takes months to even walk that kind of distance. How do you know if you've never tried it yourself? You have to come back safe and sound, Yi. That was unexpected. Aegon was never the type to act on emotion. She would do everything right the first time. Why would she spare your life while you were trapped in your soulscape? I don't get it. There's probably no escaping a head-on confrontation now. Trouble it's brewing on the horizon. Fortunately, I have an excellent craftsman on my side who will save the day. You and your sweet talk. Just let me know if you still want to adjust your gear. That is exactly why I want to talk to you, but when I saw that there's still dialogue. There's still dialogue options! Why? That old woman, she just waved her hand and then uppercut. It was so scary. I felt so useless. Everything's okay now. It's all been past. Are you hurt? I'm fine, but I'm just sad that everything here is broken. If we're all safe and sound, it doesn't matter how many things they break. Yeah, that's the right kind of mentality. So, what was the deal with the Dust Guardians? The details are still fuzzy, but they may have been part of the Tianho mutation experiments. The entire research center and Dust Guardian HQ has been occupied by the mutants. Sacrificial pawn for Aegon's experiments. What a pitiful end. Not more to talk about. Nice. Let's beat the shit out of let's beat the shit out of that old lady. Oh, I love these visuals so much. Just look at that. Also, they basically brought those roots from their home planet and built it into a giant fucking spaceship. We are on a giant fucking spaceship. I already know it, but my hands are going to sweat like hell. So I'm gonna put on my gamer gloves. Well, I just realized I think archery gloves would be really good for gamer gloves. Program, unlike primordial roots core. System encrypted, operation failed.
Archery gloves, you shoot bows.
Nah.
Gloves are a thing.
Soul Yi, you have a flaw. Thank you. I think my fellow souls will agree that it's time to face the music. We can bicker all we want, but the truth is that the Tian Ho cannot be cured in the short term. Therefore, I would like to propose a bold new plan. Huh. Aegon might think you're clever, but since when did we let a rookie give orders around here? Let's not spoil the fun. Go, Mung. This kid's pretty charming. Let's see what he has to say. If anyone wants to raise any objections, please hold them until the end. The plan is the Eternal Cauldron project. Eternal? Interesting. Have you been keeping the elixir of life from me all this time? No, you misunderstand me. It's not bodily immortal. It's spiritual immortality. To put it simply, it's a plan to place all Solarians into a virtual reality while their bodies are put into a cryosleep. Until we find a cure. Ha! Our scientists in Yi have already experimented on this. They were not very successful. Also, by the way, you might have known that they actually kept the frozen heads of a bunch of people who paid a shit ton of money for the sake of being resurrected at some point. And at some point, and obviously those have to be checked at some point. And what came out is that even in extreme cold,
fun fact advice.
Even in this extreme cold that those heads were kept in, they basically just turned into mush.
5 CA.
So these people spent a shit ton of money on getting resurrected at some point, and are now basically just a small little puddle. Huh. Our scientists and we have already experimented on this. They are not very successful. Also, hello, Hollow. How are you doing? This time it's different. This time we have a Lady Ethereal's Vital Sanctum and Soulscape system. Their tests have proven that we can fix all the shortcomings of all the hibernation devices. Combine that with the creation of virtual worlds, and all Solarians will be able to enjoy centuries of blissful dreams. Lady Ethereal.
Surprisingly, anti-tank half-tracks and artillery half-tracks were existent on the WW2 era.
That doesn't surprise me that much. But yeah, it is an interesting fun fact. Lady Ethereal, does it really work?
Tune in next stream for the next fun fact.
Ah, yes. Upon waking up, all test subjects were very satisfied with the dreams they experienced. And now you just have to stay here and everything will be fine, and I will be happy till the end of time. Thank you for being here. So, there were a few who had trouble, but those are minor issues. I'll patch those out. The only issue is
Never
generating
use reverse grip on a sword or you're cooked. I don't know what it means.
The thing is, reverse grip on swords is literally useless. Especially if you think about normal swords. They're only swords where that might be useful.
The longer it is, the least ineffective.
Where that might be useful if you have one of those swords or daggers where the blade extends beyond the grip and basically is the guard.
Useless when it's longer.
Only then it actually makes sense, because then you can basically use the sword as a very, very short, as a very, very thin shield, and as a punch, and as a bladed knuckle duster, basically. But that only works also if you have it as a secondary weapon, not as a main weapon. The only issue is generating soulscapes for tens of thousands of people. It requires...
Damn it, I always use reverse grip on my sword during battle.
Requires an unprecedented amount of computing power. We wouldn't be able to meet capacity even if we linked up every single abacus in Penglai. I believe the esteemed Gomang has an answer to that. Why are you asking me for an answer? If this is how half-assed your plan is, count me out, rookie. In your research in young she soldiers, didn't you posit the possibility of biological calculators? So that's what you're talking about. Connecting biological brains in series can indeed form an immense biological computer. However, that theoretical model requires the brains of organisms with high intelligence. From where do we source those? Don't tell me you're going to use Solarian brains. Of course not. We can't use anything polluted by the Tianho. I mean, that would be unethical. You all remember the Hao-Chen sphere, right? The Deep Space Telescope has been running for centuries. It has collected massive amounts of information. Did it actually find a planet with intelligent creatures? Exactly. We have temporarily named it the Pale Blue Planet, aka Earth, based on its appearance. Reports show the primitive humanoid creatures with large and active brains reside on the Pale Blue Planet. Show me the report. I want to see it. You can't just make up such a huge discovery, young man. I have read the report, so we need not doubt its veracity. They're still living beings. Wouldn't that be too cruel? That pity is totally unwarranted. If left alone, primitive species tend to wipe themselves out anyways. Better for us to cultivate them for our purposes. Are we opening a whole new hunting ground? The Yi-Clan is itching to get our muscles moving. So that's why the humans were captured. They're just biological computers. They were building the Matrix. But in Chinese and a little bit cooler. You're all thinking too far ahead. The Pale Blue Planet is 500 light years away from us. What? So this meeting was a complete waste of time. The Feng Clan didn't spend our money on listening to your fantasies. 500 light years, we don't even know if we'll make it to the next decade. Even if we did manage to gather enough food, how are we going to gather a vessel and the energy to get there? We already have a vessel, and what's more, we're sitting in it right now. In the final phase of the Eternal Cauldron project, Kunlun Island will be launched into the heavens.
By Pepsi Ramatra.
How much? Venom. And Doctor Strange. I figured out I really like to play as Doctor Strange. In the final phase of the Eternal Cauldron project, Kunlun Island will be launched into heavens. The entire island will, with everyone in it, will warp to the Pale Blue Planet. You're insane! No, he's totally serious. I've done the calculations. There's enough energy stored in the primordial roots to make that trip. It will only take a few years to build a necessary... necessary rhizomatic energy.
Any heavy tank from the Cold War is the go for me.
It will only take a few years to build the necessary rhizomatic energy columns and engines. As long as we have the primordial roots when we reach our destination, energy replenished shouldn't be a problem, but But what? Speak up, fatty. Easy, what Quafa wants to say. Once we make this trip, we will not be able to return for at least another 500 years.
Oh yeah, almost forgot my iconic.
Yi, calm down. I want you to hear me
My
out.
Pepsi played America Yapper.
It was you. Adorable. It was you. You're the perpetrator. Where are the others? The other souls have their own matters to attend to, and have asked me to speak on their behalf. I see. Very beginning I was the only one kept in the dark. Even Quafu and Lady Furiel knew. They reached the same conclusion as I had. We must accept our current predicament. Conclusions, my ass. It's you and this accursed Tiando cancer. You murdered everyone. You murdered my parents. Because of you now, Hung will die too. They're corrupted.
I hate Lady Ethereal. Hello, hello, hello.
The thing is, Lady Fury was actually a nice person, but Aegon, I already don't like her. Root decryption progress 20%.
She was too freaky.
Root core monitoring device. Sung is breaking free from its seal. We're about to lose all control of the primordial roots network. I like 'em big. I like 'em chunky. After arriving near the pale blue planet, their primordial roots were coaxed to build a massive web around New Condon to partially cover the nearby stars,
but it wasn't even Freaky Friday.
Allowing the roots to absorb its light and provide never-ending power for the Eternal Cauldron project. Ah, okay.
Five Pepsi played America Yapper 0 bits.
Shadowhunter S. So the roots basically built themselves around all this stuff.
Trains, cars, planes, or boats.
Depends on the car? You're up early. I thought you would sleep much longer. I realize that this really isn't the time for a nap. Shame. Why return to this pitiful place when you can welcome a whole new world in your dreams?
Is my go.
Ah, imagine a military-grade train. For some reason, I think that's really cool. Cool, because there is already boats and planes and cars. A whole new world. I don't care what is you're trying to do, but you better stop right now.
What's all?
Why?
Denver, Rio Grande, Western, and 08.
We are about to witness the liberation of Fusang. This is our destiny.
Armored trains existed, dog. Steam trains.
Yeah, but I mean like combat trains. For some reason I really think armored combat trains is like a really cool idea, even though it's completely useless because trains only work on rails. We will soon devour the fruit that fate has provided for us. We have waited so too long.
Armored trains were just tanks on rails.
Too long for this moment. Yeah, many tanks had rail wheels. That's actually what I knew. Well, what I knew
If
because
it's on rails, it's a train.
we have waited too long for this moment. Gone insane. Insane. I found the truth and unlocked immortality. How can you not fathom the significance of this achievement? You're right. I can't. I can't understand why you would make the same mistake over and over again. Transforming Solarius into those mutants can't be the answer. Prophets always have to beat a lonely path. Never mind, you'll thank me in time. You and everyone else. Since the dawn of our race, Solarians were but stupid beasts before the whims of fate, endlessly pursuing our own tails. You should celebrate because we're about to break out of this cycle and enter the realm of immortality. If anything, it would be just a bicycle or both. And you think this is what will free us? And you think this is what will free us? I'm not going to let you have your way. Yeah, the music in this game is so fire. How extremely cruel of you. I hope that by trapping you in your dreams I could avoid this confrontation. No mentor can bear to end any of a student's life. Don't make me do it twice. Aegon. Ah! Well, first time you usually always die.
I know how to cheese. What?
You know how to make cheese?
Kick her kneecaps, she's a old woman. That's the easiest way.
Whoa! You have some mad skills. And that's nothing that can keep me away.
Jump above her head. Five Pepsi plate explosion for 0 bits. Easy fight so far.
Whoa! Yeah, for my enemy, perhaps. But this is doable. I just need to learn her patterns yet. I should focus on... Oh, my hands are getting sweaty.
Hands are sweaty, mom-s spaghetti.
I know what I need to do there, but I'm constantly forgetting it. I'm constantly forget to do it.
Why don't you run away?
Why would I? You're talking to someone who literally laughs at people's face who hit them. Like, seriously, with very rare moments, I got into a fight where I wasn't able to actually fight back.
BAITING.
And someone hit me. I was just laughing even harder. I played with psycho cards. Because I think people who hit first are pathetic as fuck.
That's not being a psychopath. It's being a masochist.
Nah. No!
But that aside,
That is not being a masochist. If it would be me being a masochist, I would have enjoyed it. But nah, I just think people are pathetic I just think people who are easily triggered are pathetic. But it's also why I was talking so much bullshit the last time, why I was writing so much bullshit on the Sunday stream. When these weird guys tried to flame us. Because I just think people who are getting angry for no reason and who are starting to flame are just incredibly pathetic, so I'm just trying to write some really random...
are funny.
Yeah! That's the point! Like, that's why I said shit like that's the gayest shit I've ever heard. Not because...
Whoever plays the hardest game modes on a game that's already hard is a fucking masochist without physical pain.
That's also what I say about people who like spicy food. Because spice, you know, like hot spiciness, is officially recognized as a pain reaction. I'm trying to find a way to stagger her. Because until I'm unable, so as long as I'm unable to counter, it's also a little bit useless to try to actually fight her. Okay, Darth Maul. No, Darth Maul is pretty in relations to you, at least. This is an interesting attack. I know how to dodge. I know how to counter this. I know how to counter this, believe me. I definitely know how to do that. I'm just... My brain, but just my subconsciousness works faster than my consciousness.
You don't understand it now. Yay, Star Wars.
Oh. Okay, teleport. Teleport, stay on the... if she teleports, stay on the fucking thing. Good. Nice.
You're relying too much on block.
I have to rely on block. That's the problem. This game is basically centered around you blocking.
But I know you're just mapping patterns.
Ah, fuck you. Ah! I let go at the wrong time. I let go at the wrong time. That was annoying. Ah. Good, good, good. The thing is, I already know that we probably won't be able to beat her this stream, which is okay. I still don't have Echoes of Wisdom, so I'm kind of looking forward to not... I'm kind of looking forward to not be able to beat this character. Because it only really makes sense to stream something else on Wednesday if I have to Echoes of Wisdom. Yes, I want to play the new Zelda game on Wednesdays. Which will be such a weird break.
Took us the longest to beat.
Oh, okay. Managed to get some resistance in. I don't know who took us the longest. Ah, oh, now we're dead. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry. I know that. Wait. That. Who took us a long time? I think we managed to fight Gomang after 3 tries. Lady Ethereal took us almost a month or something. The Hung siblings took us also almost a month. Yeah, it's either the Hung twins, like the last bosses like the last souls we actually defeated. The Hung siblings, or it's Lady Ethereal, one of those.
I don't think I'll ever see Lady Ethereal without remembering what Ryanish said every time.
And I despise you for it. Need to figure out when she's doing the teleportation thing.
Fault.
For you to remind me of it. I don't want to think about that stuff. Because I didn't think about that stuff. Rhinish, that pervert, is responsible for that stuff. Ah, I didn't do it fast enough.
Yeah, but I don't want to suffer alone.
I don't even know.
I had to jog your memory.
No. Especially because Rhinish is not getting tired of trying to remember me of that shit. Last time, that bastard. I love all my viewers, including Rhinish, but you have to excuse my choice of word in this case. Only joined in to write his weird fanfiction word. To write his weird replacement word in Japanese. Like he came here. Said, yeah, oh yeah, he was learning the Japanese alphabet for a while. And the first thing he wrote in hiragana was his weird fucking replacement word.
That's funny.
I know it's funny, it's also annoying. Oh, she need a fucking laser sword. I know that it seemed funny, but it's also equally frustrating.
Reminds me of how I'm losing my Japanese speaking ability.
Yeah, I never really have one. Which is really frustrating because I always try to learn it. A little bit hard to learn something on your own. If you don't really have someone to talk it with.
I don't speak much with Japanese family anymore.
I hate her so much. I bet with you that in the next stream, I will probably be a complete master in this. Nah. I think that's one of the reasons why Mira is disappointed and it's not showing up anymore. Because I wanted to learn Japanese. I never really did. I think that's one of the things that you really learn better when you are in the area. Because, dumb example, when I was at the in Gran Canaria, which is one of the Canarian islands, which still belong to Spain as far as I know, so they also speak Spanish there. I saw a banner talking, basically mentioning Spanish course for tourists and foreigners. And I was just like, I would love to go there, but I don't have the money for it. So if I go to Japan, I will probably book one of those. I will probably see if I can find a course for Japanese for foreigners, because that would be cool. Because then I also would already be in the country where I need the language, where I need the language for, you know.
Fun.
Of course I'm dying. Ah, no. But yeah, that would be like, that could be a cool summer activity or something. Like you take 4 months or something vacation and go somewhere. And when you are at this place, you basically take a foreigner's course for that language, like a foreigner's crash course. And then you probably will also meet other foreigners who want to learn the language. So you would also like get connections and shit. Oh no, okay. It went so well so far. Now just imagine I would try to do that in India. Like I have a vacation in India. But because India has like so many languages, they just teach you random Indian and random words from a language spoken in India.
I should learn a new language.
Yeah, same. I'm already good enough in. I'm already good enough in English. And I'm just learning English via practicing it, like doing it more.
But I want it to be one I can actually use.
Portuguese or Spanish are good languages to use. Also, if you can Portuguese, you technically...
INT gonna use those and already speak some Portuguese, but I'm also forgetting that.
Ah. I'm curious. Ah. I think I should learn Spanish first. If I learn one of those languages, I think I should learn Spanish first. Shouldn't I? Huh. No! Oh, I still... Every time that happened, I forget to try something. Because you see the talisman basically showing up. So I'm wondering if I can... Oh no, okay, that doesn't work. Would have been cool.
I might put some random languages on a spinner and let it pick for me.
You know what? Whatever that picker picks, tell me about it. When I perhaps download Duolingo again or something.
subtitles and have stick to anything specific.
Oh, that was a really good round.
9-day streak.
Fuck, I know what I should do. I know what I should do. I fucking know what I should do. And you want to know what it is? Now you want to know what it is? I need to find a streaming service where they either show the subtitles of the animes that I'm watching in Romaji, you know, Japanese but written in Latin languages, like in Latin letters, or in normal Japanese, like one of those. And then I should restart Duolingo. That's what I should do. Because the same thing, if you, for example, learn English, the best way to continue learning the language is not watching it with German subtitles. In my case, because I am German. If you watch it in English with English subtitles, you can read and hear what the fuck they're saying. Most subtitles aren't accurate, let's be honest. But if that is the case, then I can do that with... But because that's the case, because I know that's the case, I should do the same thing with Japanese. Because I know a lot of Japanese, like just from hearing. But because I always watch it with English subtitles, I don't really connect it to... I don't really connect the words to what I could read out of it, you know? And I have another good idea. Could I have a Japanese children's book? Oh, that would have been too cool. Oh, no. See, the thing is, I also have a really, really good Japanese lexicon. Like German to Japanese lexicon. Lexicon is I don't know. I don't know the German word for it. The English word for it. Lexicon. English. Lexicon. Lexicon? Dictionary. But you can also say lexicon. But that is with with pictures. Like, I have a ton of stuff to learn Japanese. But what I mean, I technically could... Ah. But what also meant because of the Chinese children, the Japanese children's book that I have, I technically could let that be read out by anybody basically, either by text to speech or something, or whatever. And then while I'm hearing this, I can read it. That way I get a better flow with reading it, because I'm also listening to what it actually means. If I have ideas like this, why the fuck am I not a teacher?
Still trying to think of what language to do. I'm gonna ask my friend.
No! Whoa, that would have been so cool. But we're getting better. Oh, I'm so glad that I'm getting better. The thing is, I'm probably sticking to Japanese because I really want to learn that language. I always wanted to learn that language. And after that, I'm probably gonna go with Spain.
Never mind, my friends were useless.
Why? No! Oh no! I have to remember that if she's doing this, I have to jump and spam the block button. Jump, spam block button. Good. Try it. Try it next time. But the thing is, most of the time, how do I say this? In English lessons, like when we were learning English, we were mostly listening and reading the stuff. But the thing is, I'm not reading out loud. I'm barely reading out loud. And if I read it out loud, I'm not even sure if I'm actually reading it right. So the best way to do this in this case is have like an auditory thing towards it. We also have things specific, what's it called? Specific tasks is what I'm saying in this case, where we had to discern what was said in the text while we are reading this text, which obviously makes sense. And because I do know a handful of basic words, technically that's all I need. I do need to read more in my Japanese books, though.
My friends just told me to shut up and started singing Justin Bieber.
No! I'm really not that used to it. Oh, I could look in my Japanese book. Cause I think my Japanese book actually had a CD with it, but I'm not sure if I ever used it. No! Ah, it would have been so cool. But the thing is, we were mostly focused on writing, which kind of is sad. Because of course writing is important, but my main focus is learning the language. And for that I mostly need to read it. Constantly thinking about how a character is written is incredibly distracting. I forgot when she does that jump and diddled it. And why the fuck was she?
I give up, deciding on a language is too hard, LL.
You know what, how about we continue with Japanese? Because I, as a VTuber, will most likely need it. I mean, who knows? At some point, I might be valuable enough to some random agency, which most likely speaks Japanese.
Japanese, I believe in you, Drapo.
Oh no, I'm dead. Such a good round! I mean, the thing is, as a VTuber, I have a handful of things to think about. For example, or some handful of things that I'm constantly thinking about. One of them is, for example, what if I actually find an agency? Like, what if? Because I would really like to continue the way I do. Like, I would really like to continue as the God of Barista, as Drapers. Because this is basically kind of who I am. But when you see other agencies and how their talents are like basically switching personas and whatnot, I don't know if I could do that. I mean, as an if I would work as an actor, then of course, yeah. Because then it's my job. But then my job is a little bit more complex than just playing a video game and talking to people. And yes, as a VTuber, that usually is the same. You usually have a character that you are embody. But I am that character. I'm the God of Barista no matter what shell I am. I will never be. But that's true. I am the God of Barista no matter what shell I am. And therefore, when suddenly be someone else on stream, it's a little bit weird. I mean, purely theoretical, I can do that. Like, purely theoretical, I could technically do that. But I don't know if it would feel right, you know? And the thing that I always try to be is being true to myself. Oh no. Come on. Yes. Oh no. Oh, why are you doing this 3 times in a row? Hmm. But hey, we are getting better. That's all I care about, isn't it? Nice. Come on. Oh no! That was bad of you. Nice. Yes. No! Suck. Suck. Hmm? Hmm? Nice.
What makes it worse is that I don't know what languages to put on my spinning wheel.
Go with Italian, Swedish, Haitian. I don't know how that's called. Mandarin, Afrikaans, and German, of course. By the way, I just mentioned random languages that I had in mind.
Okay.
Nice. Nice. Finally starting to dominate her. Probably not a good way to talk about an old lady, but yeah, I'm finally starting to dominate that old lady. Nice. Oh, no. Oh, come on, man. Root decryption progress. 20%. Blah, 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 blah. I'm wondering if I managed to get to phase 2. If that changes. Nice. Oh no! I didn't manage to turn around fast enough. Fuck. Ah. Again, I don't think that we're gonna be able to actually hurt her. Nice. No! Oh, you bastard. Oh, you bastard! Damn old lady. Die. Nice. No! The worst thing about this is that I technically know how to dodge this. Focus on the fact that I mean technically, therefore a little bit theoretically. So, did you put the languages on the wheel, or did you decide for some other languages? I mean, it's still your decision.
I spun it a few times and decided I would do whatever it landed on the most.
But?
Hear me out.
You don't want to learn it? Makes sense. Nice.
I think it's rigged because there's DA German on the top right corner of the screen when I spin it.
I mean, seems like Destiny wants to tell you something. Nice.
It landed on everything once and German 3 times.
Oh, fuck. That's funny. I mean, German is a very hard language. Let's be fair.
DOS memories.
No! Oh, I almost had it! I almost had phase 1! Oh my god!
I mean, it gets easier, but it's still confusing.
Yeah, the thing is, no one truly knows how to speak German. It sounds strange when I'm saying this. But even many native speakers have issues speaking German, specifically on a grammatical level, perfectly. And that is because German grammar is complicated. Saying something else is basically like lying. There are so many rules that are very hard to comprehend. And that are sometimes so niche. It's really... But it's even for native speakers a chore to remember.
Sounds difficult, I'll try, but I'll probably give up.
The thing is, if you have any questions, you can still ask me.
I mean you accidentally taught me numbers 1-9 when you were playing a game and kept having to recount.
Okay, phase 1. We beat phase 1. Oh. Okay, that was good. Okay, we try one more time and then we end it for today, okay? But yeah, also that kind of shows that you are actually kind of gifted in learning stuff like this. It's not like I Because it's not like I said, oh, this is the number 1, this is the number 2. Come on. Nice. Good. Nice. Good. No! No! Oh, but right at the mark. Just now it became 2 hours. Right at the mark.
Yeah, 2 hours.
But we did so well. We got to a second phase. And I also know how to technically how to dodge the second phase. And this is gonna take a while.
That was fun.
So yeah, that was really fun. That was such a good progress. Oh my god. Oh my god, that was such a good progress. If possible, we might even be able to end the game next week. Which also means that we need Echoes of Wisdom the week after. Fuck. But hey, I hope you had fun. For I had fun. As you know, I truly had fun. I just enjoy this game too much. I just enjoy games that are a little bit too hard too much. I love the feeling of progress.
I had fun.
So yeah. I hope to see you in the next stream. Which will, by the way, be again Sticks, Shards of Darkness. Oh, video? Whenever you're watching this. Chittaloo. Chittaloo.